Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
It's Friday.
It is. Happy Friday. Happy.
Probably Thursday when you listen to this, though.
Yeah, it'll be a Thursday, like 6 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
But you know,
Tomorrow's my birthday.
happy early birthday, Grandma,
you.
Mama, Meemaw.
My Venmo's out there. Send me money for drinks, please.
Yeah, support
Even
your
if
girl.
it's several weeks from now, I will still go out. I promise.
Listen, you know what? It's fine. It's just delayed. It's no big deal. But yeah, so
This morning has been fueled by anger.
is it? Are you angry?
I'm so mad.
Well, it is Aries season.
I pulled into your driveway and opened my door, and as soon as I stepped 1 foot onto your driveway, I realized that I forgot to bring the chair that I've been wanting to sit in here. Autism sucks, for one. Let me just put that out there.
It does.
And I have this comfy chair at home that I want to sit in while we're sitting here podcasting. But I keep on forgetting. This is like week 3 that I've forgotten the chair.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I step foot into your driveway, the anger that fueled the rage inside of me to scream, God damn it, as soon as I open the door. I'm sorry.
And, you know, the funny thing is like, my house is not well insulated whatsoever. And I heard that. I heard that loud expletive in the middle of a suburban neighborhood next to a school.
I am my mother's child.
You are. I heard it, and I thought it was a ghost because I looked around because you had pulled up just far enough that I couldn't see you out the front window. And so I was just like, oh, damn it, it's back. I thought I got rid of it, but it's back. Which is a great segue into today's episode, which is hootin'. Wait, not hootin'. We're not a hootin'.
We're
a hollerin'.
hootin', though.
We're hootin' and the hollerin'.
Yeah.
But it's Haints. Haints of them there hills.
Them Haints of the hills.
That spooky shit.
I love spooky shit.
Me too.
I'm a spooky daughter. I'm a daughter of the spook.
Listen, my mom, bless her, she is where I get my love of horror from.
What was your first horror film?
Oh, it was, oh goodness, I can see him. Oh crap. What's his name? It's, Vincent Price. Vincent Price. He did, and if you don't know who that is, he's the guy that did the voice in Thriller.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, you know, where he read the story.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Vincent Price's voice.
Okay.
So my mom, I grew up with her watching Dark Shadows, which was like the spooky vampire soap opera of like it's been on since like I think like the 50s or something.
I love
might be
that
wrong, but
about
it's really
her,
old.
though.
Yeah, and if you know my mom, she's so like meek and quiet and like not
I like that.
weird. And yeah, she's where I get my love of horror from. Like Anne Rice, she
You
always
don't
had
have
an
to be
Anne Rice
weird
book.
to love horror.
No,
You know,
you know, like, and I'm getting covered in horror tattoos because of her.
drama, yeah.
I love it. So thanks, Mom.
My first one, I believe, my mom loved Freddy Krueger.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely loved him. But she loved horror in general. But the first like set of VHSs we had were Freddy Krueger. And like Jason, we did a lot of those.
The classics.
But the first one that I actually remember, because I think that the actual first one was too traumatic. I'm pretty sure it was Freddy Krueger, and my cousin showed it to me while he was babysitting me.
Good.
I don't know, I could have been like 6 or something. Oh, and I had frequent nightmares anyways.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I feel like that's also an autism thing in some way.
Yeah, like, so my mom used to read me Goosebumps every night before bed.
I loved Goosebumps.
Like, I think the one that I remember
And
the
Tales
most.
of the Crypt.
Yes.
Yes.
What is
I
it?
love that
Monster
one, too.
Blood? The one where the hamster eats the goop shit and, like,
Oh my
terrorizes
goodness.
the town.
Yes.
And, like, I had
the
hamsters.
Evil hamster.
I had hamsters, and I
Yeah.
was scared of them at night. But, yeah, she used to read
Like
that
little
shit to me.
Furbies, little evil Furbies.
Right.
Yeah.
So I come by it, honestly.
Yeah.
But with being so entranced by the occult and spooky things, that usually comes with a little bit of baggage sometimes. Sometimes you get attachments.
Yeah.
Which I had for a long time. And,
Yeah.
people are going to be like, y'all are fucking stupid. Like, that's not real. That's fine. You believe what you want.
Yeah.
I know what I saw, and
Yeah.
I was there. You weren't. That's cool. But, like, ghosties.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm a believer because I've personally seen them.
Oh, yeah, I've had several, both like in this very place that we're sitting right now.
Yeah.
I've had places. Just about every place that I've lived, there's been something.
I feel like I also have BPD, and maybe there's not a separation sometimes, but I've seen some not related to anything that's happened to me too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that it's just the BPD.
No. I mean, we might be schizophrenic. Who knows? But
Who knows?
that's fine. My demons play around in there, but that's cool.
I've made friends with them. It's fine.
We're all just at the table. We're at our own round table in my brain. But just sitting there throwing them back. Hey, bitch.
Do you have any favorite ghost stories?
Like personal or okay, let me just say. So, we both did a little bit of research beforehand.
Yeah, we did. Which I've been researching my whole life.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
obsessed with this shit.
I'm on the spooky side of TikTok. Like the paranormal is one of my favorites. But you found a bunch of TikTok videos, which were very informative. Like I learned some things. The places that I chose, you sent me so many. We're gonna have to break it up into several episodes. But I chose a couple of my favorites for the first part. However, I chose, the standard Wikipedia Google route that led me to Billy Bob's cryptid website.
Yeah.
That I found new Appalachian creatures I've never heard of.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you find the goat man?
He was there.
The goat man?
Yeah, the standard ones were there. So like Mothman, the Chupacabra.
Yeah.
What else is there?
The Chupacabra. It's a little far north for him, and
there was one on there. It's some sort of weird. I don't know.
Okay.
And then like Bigfoot and Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Which arguably those are the same thing. But
yeah, I've seen a couple of grown men and women that remind me a lot of Sasquatch around here.
Yeah. If I don't shave my beard,
I feel like
I
he's
look
definitely
like that.
making babies somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. Especially in them hills, West
Oh,
Virginia.
lol.
Like they write songs about that for a reason.
They do. There's some very hairy people up there.
Yeah. But let me tell you a couple that I found, and I've not told you about these beforehand, so they're perfect surprises. Okay, these are the best ones. There's 3 of them that really stuck out to me, and this is a credible source. I'll link it on our Facebook page, which you should go follow it if you're not.
Yes, follow us.
And once again, we did not introduce ourselves, but at this point, if you don't know who we are by the 3rd episode, God be willing. But so my couple favorites. Let's see. The first one was the smoke wolf.
Oh. I haven't heard about the smoke wolf.
Yeah, the smoke wolf.
That sounds like my spirit animal.
Yeah,
I love the wolf is my favorite.
I started to say which part, the smoke or the wolf?
Both.
Perfect. Okay.
Wheezy F, baby.
Ooh. No, so apparently the smoke wolf is a massive canine with eyes as red as the sun.
Oh, I'm in love.
Right, and that's
where's this bro at? Hey, buddy.
He's up in northern West Virginia, apparently.
Okay.
And like kind of
I love the hills of West Virginia.
Oh, I know. They're so pretty.
They're gorgeous.
But yeah, so he turns into smoke when he gets upset.
Interesting. That sounds like something that I can relate with.
Honestly, if I could just, if I was in a situation and I could just disappear into a cloud of smoke and just drift away.
He might be my spirit animal.
The smoke wolf.
Say hi to him.
Okay. Well, I'll get a location on that. Yeah, and we'll go.
Can we take your dad?
Yeah. Well, Dad. See, Dad doesn't believe in any of that junk.
Cool.
So he's the great person to take.
So when we're freaking out, he can calm us down.
He can be like, "Shut up." Yeah. And he's always got at least 13 guns on him, so we'll be safe.
Let's take him.
All right. So, okay, the smoke wolf, right? And then we have the sheep squatch.
Whoa.
The sheep squatch.
Like a doodle squatch? Like a Sasquatch in doodle form? Curly poodle hair? Sasquatch?
All that I can think of when
Aw,
I
somebody make a plushie.
all I can think of when I think of sheep squatch is just like when
So
after
why
you
is it funny?
well because it's like that pile of
Is
pubes.
it terrifying?
No, it's after you've shaved your pubes and there's a pile of it, if you've let it go too long. That's the sheep squatch.
That is a sheep squatch.
Like, hold on, I gotta go clean up my sheep squatch. That's what I think. Now, and the shitty part is,
Can you tell me what is terrifying about this?
well,
Does it
here's the
clog
thing.
drains?
No, here's the.
I can't breathe.
No. Well, it might. I don't know. I'm sorry, everyone. This is not getting cut out either. You're gonna sit here and listen.
Oh God, I'm crying.
Oh my God. Okay, so here's the conundrum. Okay, a conundrum like you. You've taught me that word. Now I use it
Now
in
you're
every chance I
relating me
get.
to this sheep squatch.
No. So apparently they've never seen it. Okay, they've never seen it. They don't know what it looks like. But they caught one in a razor wire trap. This is, like I said, this is a very credible source.
Interesting.
They've never seen it, but they caught one.
Okay.
But here's how they knew it was there. Okay? It was incredibly aggressive with a pungent and musky smell. And it was 8 feet tall and 600 pounds. Bitch, you didn't find a fucking sheep squatch. You found Billy Bob tweaking out on meth in the barn. That's what you
Got
found.
tangled in the barbed wire.
Yeah, he fell in the barn while he was looking for his matches, and y'all caught him, and he got out, and he stunk.
I mean, I've also heard some stories about humans who used to do things with animals, and I wonder if the sheep squatch is a result of that.
So it's like an inbred blob.
But what if it's like a Nephilim story?
Ew.
And it was actually a god that did it, and the sheep squatch out there, like, murking people and getting real mad. I'm so angry. Somebody make me a plushie.
He's squatching all over the place.
Oh.
Well, and you know what's ridiculous is that I'm going to sit here and say all of this, and I'm going to go outside tonight, and all 17 of these creatures are going to be out in my yard going, bitch, we fucking exist.
We're here.
We're here, and you have discredited us in front of everyone.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Exactly. Okay, and then the last one, which this is ironic, especially now that Ohio has legalized weed.
Ohio.
The Ohio grass man.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it would be a grass man.
Mm-hmm. He's apparently
They've got good grass in Ohio.
I wouldn't know, but they but apparently he's a 1,000-pound relative of Sasquatch.
Does he look like grass, or does he?
Yeah,
just
he
live in
looks
the
like a lump
grass?
of grass. That was the descriptor. He looks like a lump of grass.
Conspiracy theory think that these are Nephilim.
Explain that to the people that don't know what Nephilim is. No,
Okay.
Huffalumps or whatever it is that you just said.
So the Huffalumps, the Nephilim. I don't know if that's how you say it. I read it in books forever. I don't know if I've ever heard it said.
I'm sure someone out
Nephilim?
there will correct us if we're wrong.
And I know that's very Kentucky of me. And
Nephilim.
It
What's
might
them
not get much
Nephilims
better
out
even
there?
if you tell me what's right.
A Nephilim.
But so those are like children of the gods. And from like the stories that I've read, they were actually what God sent the great flood to drown.
So like Percy Jackson?
Mm-hmm. Very Percy Jackson.
So they're not demigods?
Basically, I feel like they're the same thing, all fallen angels in some way.
Yeah, just different adjectives.
Yeah. So these Nephilim are also what make up our hills and our mountains, just like Moana, Fertiti or whatever.
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti.
Wait.
No.
No, that's the damn Egypt lady.
That is. There's so many to keep up with.
Oh my God.
Tefiti.
Hulu and Tootsie or whatever. Yes.
I'm sorry. We're really not trying to disrespect, but like it's hard to keep up with all of them.
Yeah, that's bad.
But the Moana lady, we respect you. That was one of my favorite movies that Disney put
Oh.
out, but there's so many more.
Everyone always told
others.
me I was the grandmother.
Oh, I could see
That
that.
I'm the grandma.
Oh, you should get that tattoo.
I've thought about it. The
That's
grandma or the
beautiful.
stingray? Or
The
both?
stingray.
What about the grandma
The
with a
grandma
stingray on her?
riding the stingray.
Honestly, if anybody wants to hook me up with that, let me know.
Yeah, that'd be so cute.
Yeah.
I want to know, because I feel like all these movies are based off real people. I want to know that behind story of like the grandma situation, because I mean, Moana was a whole princess. Anyways, off subject.
Right, yeah, that's
Spooky
way far.
stuff.
Yeah, that's not scary at all.
Let me know though.
Right?
Yeah.
Reach out. But yeah, so with those goofy goobers out of the way,
Yeah.
we have the videos that you sent me, which I'm excited about because none of these places I knew of, and they're all very close.
Yeah. I already because I looked at all of them, and honestly, the goat man I've known for years, but I forgot already what he does. Can you remind me?
Well, he'll be in a different episode.
Okay.
He did not make the cut.
He didn't make the cut.
He didn't make the
Okay,
cut.
cool.
We've just got human
I just thought he
bothers.
was cute. All the renditions that were on the videos of the goat man. Look him up. He's pretty
Right.
cool.
Yeah, he is. So, when people think of like haunted Kentucky, the first thing they think of is Waverly Hills,
Yeah.
right?
Have you been there?
Oh, well, so I grew up around there for a while. Like I used to go play in it before they made it a public, made it no trespassing and you couldn't go up there. Like I was there as a child with the homeless people hanging out.
Cool.
Yeah. And I have been back as an adult to do one of their paranormal tours, and it's incredible. If you ever have a chance to go do
I
it.
haven't gone.
Let's go.
I've made a choice for a minute because I got followed once, and we'll hear that story later down the road. But I used to love ghost hunting, and I had an experience that really made me take my space from it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I would love to go though, because I feel like I've created boundaries that I needed to put in place.
Oh yeah.
And I feel a lot better about going.
Yeah.
So we should do that.
I'm completely down because it's one of my favorite places on the planet.
I was really worried it would be like touristy. I don't like that.
They've done a good job of not commercializing it, I guess. I mean, they have the haunted house every year, which is, it's hokey. It's a haunted house. But they've done really good. Like they've not touched anything. Nothing's been changed other than like safety stuff. They've done a really good job of keeping it true to itself. The owners they're fantastic. And they're really nice people. They were there.
We'll have to go.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Okay.
But, everybody automatically thinks of Waverly. They don't. And I think there's a couple other places. Of course, I can't think of them now because pressure. But there's a lot more in Kentucky.
The Whitehall House.
Oh, yeah. My cousin had an experience there.
I had an experience there when we went like in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
And it was wild.
Oh, yeah. And we have, because that was a slave mansion, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It was whoever, there were several things there, I feel like. And that's that. I've always felt like a sensitive in that way. But for a long time, that side of the spectrum really scared me.
Oh, yeah. But it's so interesting.
It is.
And curiosity absolutely kills the cat on all of it. Like, yeah, I'm going to run in there and fall down a hole, 100%.
I've been to so many cemeteries, like, trying to answer questions.
They're my favorite places, and not just to play Pokemon Go.
Right. Yeah. They're pretty cool.
Right. But, so one of those places that I feel like has often been forgotten, because, hell, I've lived 30 minutes from it my whole life and never even knew it was there. Was Westover Terrace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know anything about it prior to seeing that video?
Yeah, that's something that I kept up with whenever I was younger. Whenever I was first looking up like haunted places to go. Me and my best friend who recently passed away, we would go into houses a lot that were abandoned.
So you trespass.
When you put it that way, not suggested. Don't do it. But I did
You previously did
You
it.
can take the girl out of the trap, but you can't take the trap out of the girl.
Or the woods.
That sounds really bad. I'm a changed woman. I haven't trespassed in years. But we used to go to places like this. And so I was doing research to find us other places to go. And we would pay money to go in if these people would allow us, like we tried. And the ones, like the bigger ones, like this one, we never crossed the boundaries there because we were worried about, we didn't want to get in trouble. So.
Right. Especially since it's kind of in the middle of everything.
And we were trying to be respectful about it. It wasn't that we were out like, hee, let's get a ghost on video. It's like we wanted to sit there with them and figure out their story.
Right. And also a disclaimer, if you're going to ghost hunt, get permission.
Always get permission.
We're not condoning.
No.
Just because we've done things, we don't condone them. Get permission.
I don't suggest doing it.
Tell somebody you're going somewhere.
Very illegal.
Yeah, don't be a shit. Like, the picture is not worth it. It really isn't at the end of the day. But, so Westover Terrace, you got the typical, ghosty fare, the faces, really, disembodied voices and footsteps.
I hear footsteps all the time. I just tell them to stay away.
Yeah, it's like, go away. Man, like, if you're not going to pay rent, get the fuck out. Like, I've had enough.
Yeah, you got to pay your rent for sure to be around me.
Or at least wash a window or something. Dust the ceiling fan if you're going to be here.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, you got the typical footsteps and voices and, phantom screams and feelings of being watched.
Yeah. I could see that. I wonder if the TAPS team would have done a
do they still exist?
Investigation.
Do they still do stuff?
I did the Wilsons, his wife. I did her lashes for a while. And I loved them so much. And they actually lived in Richmond for a while. I wonder if they know anything.
You'll have
Hit
to
me
dig
up,
in.
Brianna.
Yeah, dig in and get some tea.
Yeah, I would love to get some more tea. So, like, if you're the owner of that and you're hearing this, we would love to get in there, like swimwear.
Bikini it in.
Boot, scoot, and boogie right in there and talk to little Miss Elsie.
Elsie's
right?
there. Yeah, and see that, that's another thing. See, that's why I don't go into ghosty places a lot, is because there's always some stupid ass kid ghost in there that's still there fucking my day up.
Quit playing games with my heart.
Put your ball away. Leave me alone. Stop it.
I would pass ball with Elsie.
See, I looked at her picture and I just immediately was just like, this little bitch would pull my hair in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'd be into that though. I like picking on people.
Right. So in the video that you sent me to look at, they have the standard things that happen to people. And then apparently the legend goes that they have like typical horror movie things that happen there. And supposedly somebody was in there and clippings of Bible verses fell out of the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to meet that person. If you're still kicking, hit us up, because I want to see what kind of person you are so I can see why they were throwing Bible verses at you. Can we be friends?
Yeah, maybe, and honestly, that it may not have been malicious.
Yeah.
It might have been like, oh,
supportive.
Dear God, this person needs
okay.
Psalm 28.
Oh. I just felt the spirit.
Listen, I think they were trying to help. I think that was Elsie going, ma'am or sir, person.
Bless your heart.
Here's some holy water. The labs. Fava beans. But yeah, so the Bible verses are floating from the rafters. And apparently human bones were found in the floorboards.
Yeah, that's weird.
Is that true? Like, I genuinely want to know the legitimacy.
Judging, like, the size of the house, you would expect whoever the original owner was to have a decent amount of money. And I haven't met a lot of people with a decent amount of money that weren't, like, influenced by their surroundings.
Something nefarious somewhere.
Yeah,
especially at the time
going
period.
on in that time period. They kind of linked arms and built settlements and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the backstory behind Lexington. Did you know that?
Lots of mob influence in this state, honestly.
I feel like
Louisville's huge.
Yeah.
Especially with like Al Capone, which the next place
yeah.
that we're going to talk about is a place that he stayed and hung out and did his dealings there. He was doing the Lord's work there, wasn't he?
I would say that everybody has some ghost in their closets.
Oh, absolutely.
In a way.
Mm-hmm.
We all do, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But and you'd have to see this building. We'll post a picture of it on Facebook. But the building, it's very run down, you know, it looks sad.
It
and
does.
And everyone says that there's such like an emotional bond to the property where it's just like an intense feeling of sadness when you go there. And I'm curious because like I would consider myself sensitive to like feelings and, you know, energies and things like that. I would be interested to know because when I went to Waverly Hills, just the heaviness of that place, it was suffocating.
Did it feel like heavy chaos?
No, it was heavy stillness. Like, I don't know how to really describe it. It literally felt like somebody had poured cement around me, and it was hard, and I could feel it hardening. Like, it was just very overwhelming.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, look at what happened there. I was in a room that lots of people had died in.
That probably have similar brains that you do, too.
Yeah. You know, like... The whole place is just very charged, and I actually got pictures. I got things on I captured it on a photo, and Waverly Hills actually used my photo on their website.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'll put that up as well.
Cool.
But yeah, so you know, I get those. I'm curious to see if it still has that energy around.
We'd love to come. Invite us out. We'll reach out too because I would love to go do that. We should.
I'd love to see it for sure.
Yeah.
And so with the mobsters, you know, that brings us to the Seelbach Hotel.
The Seelbach.
Which honestly, I'm very ashamed considering the interest I have in
so beautiful
mafia and like just that whole lore. I'm very shocked I haven't heard of this place, and I'm very embarrassed by that. But yeah, so the Seelbach. It's very famous, apparently, for what it's made out of. Or what it's tiled in, I guess I should say. Which I don't know anything about pottery. You're more of a pottery lady than I am. But apparently it is fully encrusted in Brookwood pottery.
You know, I wish I knew what that was. But... a lot of times the different names describe the places that they're from, which describes what that clay is made out of.
Okay.
From what I understand. So like the red clays of our hills here have a different name. I don't know all the names. I'm not capable of that in my brain. But yeah, so I would imagine that's either the family name that made it, like the business name, or it's where the clay is actually from itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, either way, it's really pretty. It's very, very pretty, very intricate.
Yes.
And the whole place.
So beautiful.
Tip to top? No, that is incorrect. It would be, what is it? Stem to stern. That's better. Stem to stern in Brookwood pottery.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
It is. It's a lovely place. It's also a very dark place, though.
It's
like
so moody.
It is. It's very
it's very hush hush feeling.
Very speakeasy, which fits considering who stayed there and who wiggled his way through it.
Zaddy.
Old Zaddy.
I mean,
Alley Cat.
Al.
Mars Capone.
Mars Capone.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, so apparently this place is so haunted that the night manager is nicknamed the Ghost Whisperer.
The Ghost Whisperer.
And not Jennifer Love Hewitt, the Ghost Whisperer.
I love her too, though.
Although that would be cool if she did work there.
I wonder if she actually ghost hunts.
Probably not.
How can you play the Ghost Whisperer and not be attached in that way?
Money.
True.
They paid her.
I still love it.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to get paid to go scare myself to death.
Yeah.
My favorite thing on this earth is to go to haunted houses and piss myself.
Yeah, we'd wear diapers. We don't care to.
No, I'll piss all over you, bitch. I don't care.
Yeah.
But so the room, I'm not sure. I didn't quite understand if the whole hotel is in this pottery, but they were talking about the room in particular that had the pottery.
Okay.
But apparently it's got a bunch of like secret tunnels and shit.
Ooh. I wonder, because like the secret tunnel thing is very Knights of Templar,
Oh yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder how far that still spans today, conspiracy theorist.
Oh God.
You know, like
Yeah.
how that imprint of those secret temples lay underground
Well,
still around us.
Well, that and like there's all the conspiracy about Mammoth Cave and all that whole cave
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
I read something the other day and
Listen, we're moonshiners around
100%.
here.
Yeah, I know. And I'm gonna say it wrong and misquote it, but I read it. It was just like you could yell into a hole in one side of Kentucky and hear it all the way on the other side
Yeah.
because of the caves.
Yeah, we've
Like,
got a huge cave system.
and the mafia has ties to dumping bodies
Yeah.
and doing all sorts of things, especially with the coal mines.
Well, I know like at the borders and stuff, they use the cave system sometimes to get to safety or whatever devious act they're doing.
Right. I don't think it's any positive.
Some of them
It
are.
might, yeah.
They are caravans, really, of many different people.
But the non good things.
But there's good and evil in everything. You should see both.
There is. It is. But so not only did that room have those little hamster tunnels, but it also inspired The Great Gatsby. That lovely book that we read in honors English.
I love The Great Gatsby, and I will tell you about have you seen the movie
with
with
Leonardo? I own it. I have never seen it. I've never seen it. I've only read the book. But then, we were made to critically analyze this stupid book in and out for all the symbolism. And so I hate it because
I watched it. It was pretty cool with all the lights and stuff. You should.
I would
try
imagine.
It. Yeah.
I would imagine.
It's a great movie. I love the story of Gatsby and all the metaphors that are in there.
Oh, God.
And I know we had to read it in school, but I was over here like nerding out about it. I'm like, give me all your secrets, Gatsby.
Well, wasn't the movie a lot different than the
It was very emotional, but kind of like very dramatic at the same time. Like there was so much drama in there, but I loved it. It was a beautiful piece of art. I love Leo though. He's one of my favies.
You love him.
Yeah, watch that movie. Anyways, that movie, the story, the book, was based off of this place.
It was,
where the mafia and mob or whatever ran wild.
F. Scott Fitzgerald was tucking tail.
He's one of my favorite people.
I do like him.
Yeah.
But
I was an English major for a while. Sorry, nerding out, guys.
Hey, listen, I was a scientist, so really just don't even speak. But so as far as the ghosty shit that goes on there, I don't know if, I think Al haunts a couple other places. I've always wondered, before I say that, do ghosts like travel to different places, like Portal? Because like I saw a thing where it was like this mafia museum, and they had like bullet casings or something that Al Capone had like shot the men with, and like they caught it on one of those like EMF recorders or whatever records your voice. They thought Al was there, but then you got other people who's like, no, Al's over here bothering me.
I think for me, like the way my mind works around that, because I've asked that question too. Like, can they just travel back and forth?
Is it like a rift in Fortnite?
I honestly think that it's different moments in time.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it's a time thing. Snapshots. He had such an emotional, big effect in those places with those things that there's a lasting remnants of those moments lingering. I don't think that in a lot of ways, and he might actually be out there somewhere
flitting around in his little
in true form, because he had a huge impact.
Oh, absolutely. The Cornbread Mafia, all of it.
Yeah, like I bet it goes way deeper.
Oh God, you probably don't want to know.
Yeah,
honestly, I don't want to know. I don't want to
know either.
Actually,
don't tell us. We don't want any of that information in our pockets.
I'll read fan fiction.
Yeah,
and
we know we sit over here. It's fine.
We stay in our lane.
Yeah,
but so the ghosties that are there, obviously got the stupid fucking child running around fucking shit up. And then like I'm sick of it. Go
There's
to
always
ghost
a kid
daycare.
somewhere.
Go
And
to ghost
I've
daycare.
heard that the kids are actually demons. They're
Oh,
demonic
perfect.
spirits
Even more so.
that use the weakest emotional links to get that emotional fulfillment from people.
And maybe that's why I never see the kid ghosts, is because they're like, this bitch hates
You don't
us.
have that.
Yeah, this bitch hates us. We're not bothering her. And I'm like, get
Yeah.
out. Kick your damn ball, Tommy Pickles. Get the fuck away from me.
Tommy Pickles.
Okay, I don't want you around. Go bother somebody else, Chucky.
Yeah.
But no, so they saw Junior running around, and then there were men in suits from a different time era, which obviously we know who they belong to. But then there's also the lady in blue, which the night watch manager is besties with, which I question that relationship. He's got a fleshlight with her name on it somewhere.
Probably. He definitely has a kink, for sure.
I'm sorry. You're not best friends with a ghost without having a little bit of autism.
Well, he also, like, the family reached out to him and became friends with him and shared all kinds of information that changed the name of the ghost and everything.
Right. Which, I mean, it says that he has corrected a lot of her history, but
what if he's just connected?
Like USB?
Yeah.
Like plugged in?
Yeah, he's got the power.
I mean, maybe.
But I mean, I could see how becoming attracted to that history and like being obsessed with it under that energy every day could have an effect on you, you know? Because it can get heavy and it can get like very controlling if you're around it for too long, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the story about this lady is that she somehow managed to find the only hole in the whole place and
To
fall down
fall
it.
through.
Mm-hmm. And there's speculation that she was pushed and that it was not an accident. So there's that. So it could be negatively charged from...
What if she was just a really tiny human and it was like one of those crank elevators with the doors on it at that time?
I mean, maybe.
I could see that.
But why are you there? Why are you by that hole, ma'am? What were you doing? She was somewhere she wasn't supposed to be.
Maybe, yeah.
I think. I was like, what are you doing? Go home. If you'd have just stayed home. See, this is why you just stay home.
Yeah.
If you stay home, nothing happens. You can live your life in peace and prosperity or whatever. I don't know, whatever they say.
Just stay home.
Stay home. And if you're staying home, you're not out killing people on the new bypass.
That's true.
But yeah, so that's a couple of the local places that have little ghosts.
The Haints.
The Haints in them.
The Haints of the Holler.
Mm-hmm. So what about give us a good we'll end with a personal experience.
Okay, I've got several, and I'm excited to share them all, but just one for today.
One for today. It means you have to come back to hear the rest of them.
Yeah, so this is actually, it's a house that's local that I had this experience in, and I don't think I was under the influence of anything when this happened. I think I was very sober because I was a child, but at the same time, eventually, I think that I also had alcohol consumption at this house too, so I could have had some. I don't know. But it was me and some family members at a house that they rented. They had just moved in, and it was kind of like down the road situation. Mm-hmm. And we would just go there and hang out. And we were in the upstairs bedroom, and it had just been one of their birthdays, and they had this happy birthday balloon in the room.
Oh, God, we love a balloon.
Uh-huh. No fan, no air. Like, we were not, like... And I'm sure there was a window unit in some way, but it wasn't on. We were window unit people.
Right.
It wasn't on. And so we were watching this balloon move while we were just sitting there hanging out. And it had been several days. It had kind of been deflated a little bit, hanging a little low.
Mm-hmm. Chain hang low.
Yeah. And we were all just laying around, like, just talking and chilling. I think I might have been watching TV or something. And we see this balloon start moving. And then we started asking it questions because that's who we are as people.
You asked the balloon questions?
Mm-hmm. We were like, because they had already suspected that there was something in the house. Mm-hmm. And we started asking it questions, and it would tug once for yes and twice for no, and I'm not kidding. It did.
It tugged it.
Yeah, and I believe it with my whole heart. And like I checked because I'm a critic
And
of
you're thorough.
everything,
You're
and
a thorough checker.
yeah, I checked all the things to make sure there wasn't anything going on in any way. And it just responded. And through us asking it, we would go through turns asking it question. It answered and told us its story. Now, can I remember that story? No, I don't.
But
But I'm sure
happened.
somebody out there does, and they'll let me know.
Did you ever give him a name? It? Did you ever give
I
it a
think
name?
it might have been a her, and I feel like she did have a name, and I can't remember it. But I remember like she was younger and she had passed away, and it could have definitely been a demon. We were very gullible back then.
Yeah.
Those of us in my family that are still into ghost hunting, and I have a couple that are very obsessed with it, and we just love it. We live this life. And I feel like it's because we're connected in a different way. And I know that makes me sound crazy, but.
Well, we're all.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be tuned in.
I'm Claire something.
Claire sensitive. I
I'm
think there's a term.
autistic.
Mentally ill.
And mentally ill and traumatized.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, good. So you had a Balloon Betty.
Yeah.
Good for her.
That was one of my first, like, oh my God, other than the Whitehall experience. And honestly, the Whitehall experience could have been made up in my own head for sure. Not leaning on that one completely. We should go back.
We will.
Yeah.
Well, we should get. My cousin had a really scary experience there, and she doesn't believe anything.
I love
She's
scary.
very critical.
Give me all the Haints.
We'll have to have her. I'll have to have her come tell it.
Yeah.
Because she went and did a little antagonizing.
If you have ghost stories that aren't like the super popular ones, but like would make a big impact, you think, send them in.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to tell.
You can comment underneath this video as you review it or whatever. Like,
100%.
email. We'll
Please
post it
do.
somewhere.
Absolutely. But so in demon form, mine was a demon, 1,000%. No question.
Cute.
Yeah. And so the house that we lived and I checked, like the house that we lived in was newer, like it wasn't built on anything. There was no Indian burial grounds or Civil War battlefields or anything. There's no reason, right? But
I love how it's always the Indians curse this land and not we are fucking assholes and make a huge, terrible, traumatic impact to our society.
Often.
Right? It's not their fault.
Yeah. Right? Just blame it. But, so I made sure that my area, after this happened, my area had nothing attached to it. Right.
Yeah.
But so I was in my house. It was late. I think I was a teenager. I think maybe freshman in high school.
In the house that I hung out at?
What? The room that we played, that snowboarding game, SSX.
I love that game.
Yeah, it was in that room, actually.
Yeah.
So it was late. I'm maybe 13, 14, something like that. And I like the way that my room was set up, like I had two bedrooms essentially. Well, two rooms in my bedroom essentially. Yeah. And then the bathroom, you had to go out in the hallway to get to it. Yeah. Right. So you had to exit. Right. And of course, I'm on the top floor of the house and the stairs are right there, right outside my bedroom door. So, typical horror movie, you have to sprint past the stairs so whatever's coming up them doesn't get you. Ooh. So, and I'm was a fraidy cat.
Why? You've told me this before. It's coming to my memory as you're telling
You remember it now? Yeah, because it happened around the time that we were hanging out. Maybe you introduced it into my house. Thank you.
Probably.
But
it was my demon. You're 100%. Welcome.
Thank you. You left it there. Well, come get it.
It did you good. It helped.
It scared me to death. I know that was... But so, I would always run. I hated going out. I hate a dark stairwell. Yeah. It's just, ugh. Ugh.
Yeah. It's the basement ones that get me.
Oh, and I had those too. I've never sprinted as fast as
your basement ones were cush for basement ones, though.
They were. They had carpet on them.
They did. They were
I
really
fell down
cush.
them so many times.
Yeah, most basements that I went down were just wooden planks.
When they were underneath
and
that carpet.
Open stairs.
It wasn't well done by any means. But, so you had to run outside. Well, to go to the bathroom. Well, one night I was taking a shower at night, right? And I'm in my bathroom and washing my ass like a good little teenager, And all of a sudden, I just get really, really scared. Like
Oh.
it's not even like it wasn't a normal fear. I don't know how to describe it. Like it was pure terror.
Oh.
Right? And like I opened the shower curtain and there's nothing there. Right? And like I had a huge mirror that like took up the whole wall. Like I could see every angle of the bathroom. There was nothing there.
Yeah.
And but I was terrified. I'm like something's wrong, you know. So I get out of the shower. I'm in my towel, like, and of course it would fucking happen to me butt ass naked, you know. Like
That's
y'all
a very
can't,
Bucks thing to
right?
do.
Like you can't fucking let me put
Yeah.
my britches on first. You gonna make me flash my puss out for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But so I go back into my bedroom.
Gucci mama, show ya nana. Sorry.
Banana.
Banana.
But God. I go into my bedroom, and like the way that my room's set up, you walk in and there's like the main room and then there's like a side room, right? And it's completely dark in the side room. So I'm like walking in front of it, and I stop in front of the doorway, and it is like black. Like I don't think I've ever seen anything that, like, there was no light at all. Like
I feel like I've felt that in your bathroom too.
yeah, like there was no light
Mm-hmm.
at all. It was like, and like, you know, there were reflective surfaces in that room. Like my TV was in there, like my PlayStation, like it had lights on it. Like it was nothing. Like it was all gone. And I looked, and like I was terrified. Like I have never felt this scared, and have not ever felt this scared since. And I looked, and there was this face, like in the black, like, and it was, I just remember it had like red eyes, and like a red mouth, and it was just angry.
Oh.
Like it wanted to hurt me. And I shrieked, like screamed my ass off. Like I'll never forget. I screamed. And I'm like, I'm a loud bitch. Like anybody that knows me,
loud.
I'm loud. Like I was screaming at the top, like screamed myself hoarse.
Yeah.
My parents never heard me.
What?
They never heard me. And their room's directly below mine. And I'm like stomping on the ground.
And it wasn't a dream.
No, it wasn't. And I just remember, and as stupid as this is, well, I guess it's not stupid because it worked, but like I picked up my Bible and I threw it at it.
Good job.
And it went away.
Okay.
Like, and it was like, snap, like went away. Like I could see my PlayStation lights again. I could see the light reflecting off my TV.
You called on higher powers.
Listen, I threw that fucking book at that bitch's head. Okay, I said no.
Yeah.
Ma'am. Okay, but no, it scared me so bad. I slept with the light on for years.
Blessed.
After
I had
that.
to sleep with the light on sometimes too.
Like I'm scared even talking about. Like
I know you're fidgeting like crazy right now.
It was awful. Like it was a very scary
I'd say that
experience.
is very traumatic.
And like just the fact that my parents didn't hear me.
Yeah.
You know, that's
disturbing.
What got me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, were you about to flay me? You know, like what were you about to do? You about to like eat me?
What if it was a spirit from a past life coming to scream at you for being a better human?
I think it just wanted to eat me.
It just wanted to eat me.
It just wanted to eat me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it scared me to death. And
I eat souls sometimes too, so I get it.
I try.
Mm.
But, but yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that one.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
that's terrifying.
It is. And
If I was that age and in the emotional state of mind that my brain was in, because that was like
that was a hard time of
first
age.
period hormonal issues time.
Mm-hmm.
We were getting boobies and flabby in places we had never been, and also confused about everything. And then you see that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot, man.
You're just ready to. I'm gonna go out and throw myself down the basement stairs.
I used to see faces dancing in the flames because Mom had like a gas heat system, and I really do think that there's something trying to get our children. I'm kidding.
Oh my God! And you know, and on that note, we're cutting her off.
Okay, bye.
I was gonna